Okay, let's go ahead and get started. It's 6 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for being here. My name is Sheila Gold. I'm the Assistant Dean of Admissions and Recruitment for Tulane School of Professional Advancement. I'm thrilled that you all are with us tonight. This webinar, I know, is at the end of probably a very busy Monday. We do not intend on taking a lot of your time. This webinar usually lasts somewhere between 15 or 20 minutes. And then I offer you my email address at the end. And if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to email me directly and I'm happy to engage further with you. So let's go ahead and get started. A little bit of context. The School of Professional Advancement is one of 10 schools that all together make up Tulane University. We are actually the third oldest school at the university. It started originally as a med school, and then our law school shortly thereafter opened. And then 130 years ago, roughly, the first iteration of the School of Professional Advancement opened with the mission of offering a Tulane education to working adults in New Orleans. And so we're still very much doing that mission today. It looks a little bit different with the advent of online classes and with the way that we can offer courses to students, but we are very much the part of the university that is for adult learners and non-traditional learners. A non-traditional learner being the student who is anybody other than sort of the traditional 18 years old, graduate from high school, go directly to college. So if you have been working for a little while, if you're working and going to school, if you started a degree but never finished it, if you're switching degrees, taking care of children or maybe other members of your household, this is the school for you to be able to manage both your life and school schedules. So a little bit more about the School of Professional Advancement. We are located on Tulane's Uptown campus. That's a picture of our building in the upper right. Richardson is our building. We are on our administration and the admissions office and some advisors are on the whole second floor. So if you're ever on the Uptown campus, feel free to stop by and say hello. We have a picture of our student lounge with the Where You Belong mural on the wall. That mural was actually created as a class assignment by some of our digital design students, and we loved the design so much that we asked them if they would paint a mural on the wall. We actually contracted with them as professionals, and they painted it on the wall. We made some cups with that logo, but it sums up how we feel about our students, that they belong at the school. We want you all there, and we hope that you'll come and hang out when you're on campus. So sometimes students say the School of Professional Advancement, like, is that Tulane? Do I get a Tulane degree? Absolutely. When you graduate from the School of Professional Advancement, this is what your diploma will look like. It will say Tulane University, School of Professional Advancement. It will have your name. It will have the degree that you earned, and then it will have the date that you earned the degree. So you can proudly display this on your wall as a Tulane University graduate. So we like to say Tulane programs, Tulane faculty, and you get a Tulane degree. So what we're going to talk about tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about our programs and our faculty, the experience that students have learning at Tulane School of Professional Advancement, some things that we think make it a little bit different than other schools that you may have attended or are looking at attending, how we support our students. We think that we do some things that are kind of special, and then we'll talk about the admissions process. So a little bit about our faculty is our students learn from what we call professors of practice. So the majority of our faculty are actually working professionals in the field that they teach. So imagine that you are learning about digital design and you're actually learning from people who are doing digital design right now. Or if you're interested in general legal studies, you're going to learn from people that are in the legal field right now. So not only can they teach you what it is you're there to learn, but they're teaching you the most current skills that you need to graduate and get a job today. And the reason that you know that they are is because there are people that are out in the community hiring students like you. So they want to make sure that you're prepared. So this is a quote from one of our faculty who teaches in our cybersecurity and IT program. Her name is Amanda Fennell. And she says, as a cybersecurity leader, I feel it's vital to prepare our professionals, that would be you, the students, through practical experience, which is why I incorporate my day job into my classes at night. And I feel like that's the best way to put it. All of our professors are actual practitioners during the day, and then they take time out of their schedule to teach you, the next generation of professionals, what you need to be successful. So these are all the undergraduate offerings that we offer. The actual bachelor's degrees that we offer are in black type print. So that's human resources and organizational behavior and management. Those are our two business bachelors. Homeland security, general legal studies, humanities and social sciences, information technology, exercise science, health and wellness, digital design, digital media and marketing communications, and public relations. Everything else that you see in the light blue and the light green are certificates. The light blue are professional certificates, and those are about 4 classes in a very specific area that you can take and learn a very specific area of knowledge. So, for instance, if you're interested in advertising, you can take 4 classes on that and get a certificate. If you're interested in accounting fundamentals, you can take a certificate, 4 classes on that, and get a certificate. It's not a full degree, but you can just sort of drill down. It's faster and it's less expensive to get a certificate, but it is not a degree. We also offer post-baccalaureate certificates, and these are a little different in the sense that you have to already have a bachelor's degree in order to take those. They're not graduate level work, but you do have to have a bachelor's degree before you can take those. So 3 different ways that you can pursue your educational goals. Okay, so the learning experience at SoPA, we feel like is a little bit different from maybe other programs that you're looking at. We like to create programs that are interactive, engaging, and create opportunities for our students to interact with their faculty and also for students to interact with each other. So we have on staff at SoPA full-time what we call instructional designers. And these are master's level educators. So they have their master's in education, but their area of expertise is instructional design, which means that their job is to take the curriculum of courses and develop coursework so that it's interactive and engaging for online students and in classroom students. So they prepare the curriculum in a way that you might not have ever had it delivered to you. So, for instance, you might have situational topics that mimic real world scenarios that you have to sort of go through and solve a real world problem. Several of our courses actually take place in the metaverse. And so you will have a scenario or a problem that you will actually go online, you'll create an avatar for yourself, and you will work through a problem, create a solution, and submit the solution as your homework for that chapter. So it will be a very different way of interacting, but you sort of get real world decision making experience. Another way that our faculty deliver curriculum is through podcasts. You may have a lesson or two that is recorded on a podcast so that you can listen to, 15 minutes of it on the way to work, another 15 minutes on the way back from work, 20 minutes while cooking dinner, and sort of hear the lesson, as opposed to sitting down that week and like reading a chapter and, writing a short paper. So these are different ways, just two examples of different ways that we feel like we keep students engaged. There's also small group work, and there will also be times where you may have to come to a class like a virtual classroom, like we're doing right now. There may be from time to time sessions where you Zoom in or log on, and have some sort of speaker or interactive project. Next slide, please. So, we feel like student support is also another way that we differentiate ourselves from other schools. We are very interested in our students being successful. So, we're not just interested in you getting admitted to SoPA, although we are interested in that, but we want to make sure that you're successful and you get that diploma that we just showed you a couple slides earlier. So, we wrap you in student support so that you know that you have the team around you so that you'll successfully graduate on time. So you will have a dedicated academic advisor that can help you choose your classes, can help you if you need to take a withdrawal, can help you if you're having some trouble in a class. They can help connect you to resources, the writing lab, for instance. They're the people who can sort of troubleshoot issues with you. You'll also have your own faculty advisor, and this is a faculty member who's a little bit more like a professional mentor that you can talk to about courses that you love, things that pique your interest in the curriculum, and they can help match you and say, oh, if you're really enjoying this course, you might want to take another course like this, or let me find a professional out in the community that I can connect you with who can maybe be a resource for jobs after graduation. So we want to make sure that not only are you doing well in school, but that you're set up for success when it comes to graduation. We also have our own career advisor, and this person is just for SoPA students. We do not share her with any other part of the Tulane community, and she can help you with your resume, putting your LinkedIn page together, getting a headshot if you need one, for your social media page. She can help you if you have a job interview. She can do a practice interview with you and maybe ask you some questions so that you'll be prepared when it's time for you to do your real interview. And she also frequently gets job postings from around the area, and some are actually throughout the country that we get to push out to our students maybe a day or two before the job postings go live on like an Indeed. So sometimes our students can apply for jobs a little bit earlier than the rest of the world sometimes. And so that can give you a little bit of a leg up. Okay, we know that many of the students who apply to SoPA might have started their academic journey at another school and might actually have some college credits under your belts. We like to be able to transfer those credits into Tulane so that we can help you graduate as quickly as possible. Every time you transfer credits to Tulane, we try to give you an incentive that will help chip away at the overall cost. Sometimes students come to us with as much as 60 credits that they've already taken, which is the whole first half of your bachelor's degree. So maybe you went to a community college like a Delgado, got your AA degree. We will work with you to transfer in all 60 credits if possible. That will cut the total price of your degree in half. We also offer a $1,500 credit scholarship. So if you're transferring any credits as an incentive, we will give you a $1,500 scholarship. We give you $500 off for your first 3 semesters. So that's the $1,500. And then we also have an early enrollment scholarship. So we'll go over some deadlines in another slide or two. But if you apply and register for classes by the early enrollment date, then you will get $200 off your first semester. So we potentially can chip away from your bachelor's degree being in total about $74,000 to having it be about 35. So that is something that we offer our students. We also offer several 20% tuition discounts, which I will talk about in a minute. And so you can get an additional 20% off of that 35, but we will get to that in a minute. Another way that we offer savings of time towards graduation and money towards graduation is we offer what's called credit for prior learning. And oftentimes, our students will come in having worked in the workforce for many years and having your own level of expertise when you come in as a SoPA student. And so, from time to time, our students will have to take a class towards graduation, and they might feel like they already know the information that's being taught in the class. For instance, if you're a paralegal studies major and you're interested and you maybe have been working in a law firm for years, there may be a class or two that you're like, I already have expertise in this. I've done this for years. You can meet with your advisor and they will work with you to put a portfolio together where you can demonstrate that you understand all the objectives on the syllabus. And if you can do that, then you can get credit for prior learning. And you can do that for up to 8 classes, 24 credits. And you can get savings of that course tuition and also time towards graduation. So that's a savings of almost $15,000 if you get all 24 credits. Okay, so a little bit about the 20% tuition discounts that I was talking about. Our tuition rate per course is $1,926 at the undergraduate level. All of our courses are 3 credits. However, there are a few courses here and there that are 4 credits. It's unusual, but keep an eye out. Some of those are, on the course curriculum, but not a whole lot. But we do offer 20% tuition discounts for active duty military and veterans. If you're an alum of Tulane, if you've already gotten a degree from Tulane, if you are active or retired public safety personnel, firefighter, EMT, police officer, paramedic, if you're a current member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, if you are a school teacher, K through 12 teacher, or if you are a New Orleans public employee, if you work for the city, or if you're an adult over 60. So if you fall into any of those categories, you get an extra 20% off your tuition. So finally, our application process, we try to make it pretty easy. Our application is an online application. It lives on our website, sopa.tulane.edu. There's a big button at the top that says apply. You will pick the undergraduate application as your option. We will need a couple things for you to complete the application. We'll need a picture of a current government ID. For most people, you can just take a picture of your driver's license on your phone and upload that picture. We will need transcripts from any school that you received college credit, and then it doesn't matter if how many of those schools. Some people have 6 different schools they went to. That is fine. We're going to need transcripts from all of those schools. Most of them can be sent to us electronically. The registrar's office from any school that you attended should be able to send those to us electronically, and we get them pretty quickly. We also have a $40 application fee. However, as a thank you for attending this webinar, we will waive that fee. So when you apply, you should not be asked to pay that fee. If you have already submitted your application and paid that fee, please email me after this webinar and I can refund it to you. The refund process takes me 2 seconds, and it takes about a week or so for the funds to get put back onto the credit card or the bank account that you sent it from. So please don't be shy. I am happy to go ahead and send that money back to you. So that is, other than our deadlines, the information you need. So we are currently taking applications for summer term. Our application deadline is May 1st. However, if you register for classes by April 25th, you will get the $200 early enrollment scholarship. If you haven't applied yet, that's a pretty quick turnaround between today, the 14th, and getting admitted and registered for classes by the 25th, but we will try our best if you get your application into us quickly. The next term that we are also enrolling for is our fall term. That application deadline is August 1st. However, you can apply right now. We can read your application, and if you register for classes, and registration is open, if you register for classes by July 15th, you will get the $200 scholarship. And if you're really planning ahead, our spring application for our winter term is open for January 1 is the deadline, but if you register for classes by December 1st, you will get our $200 early registration scholarship. So go ahead and get those applications into us. We do rolling admissions. So as soon as your application is in and complete, we can review it and give you an admissions decision. So that is the content of our webinar. As you can see in front of you, my email is sgold@tulane.edu. There is a phone number, but I am never near my phone, but I'm always in front of my computer. So please email me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. You will also be receiving a thank you email for attending this tonight, and it will have a recording of this webinar. So anything that you missed, you could go back and look at it. And we're happy to have you all follow up about that. I think I just saw one question. And where can I review courses and topics? If you go on our site, Jeffrey, on our website, you will see the IT program, and it'll have the list of the courses under there. Yes, not necessarily. The post-bacs do not necessarily require a bachelor's in a related field, but they do require a bachelor's degree. Those are great questions. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We are thrilled that you all joined us. I hope to see applications for everybody, and we certainly hope to be welcoming each of you as an incoming student at Tulane very soon. Thank you, everyone, and have a really great night.